Good morning. Welcome back into Mike and Mike. Molly Qerim here with you on a Tuesday. And it has been a tough season for the Detroit Tigers and manager Brad Ausmus. He's feeling the heat. He led Detroit to a 90-72 record in his first season and 2 years ago. But 2016 has been rough as the Tigers are just 17-21 and already 7 games out of first. And the struggle continued yesterday. Brad, I feel for you. Fellow CT native, Cheshire in the house, got to represent. We're a little feisty. The good news, though, is that Detroit still has 2 more against Minnesota in the series, who is 10-27 on the season. The bad news, though, Detroit is just 4-11. Hey there, Molly Qerim here with you on Mike and Mike. Let's get you caught up on everything going on around the NFL. We all know it's a quarterback-driven league and the value of the position, but it's not just starting quarterbacks, though, that have become such hot commodities, which leads me to Zach Mettenberger, who was curiously waived by the Titans yesterday despite serving as Marcus Mariota's primary backup. Here's front office insider Mark Dominic.
Hey, welcome back to Mike and Mike. I'm Jen Lada. Game 7, the 2 best words in all of sports. Fight me on this. Exhibit 11,000 was yesterday when Toronto hosted Miami for a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals. Both teams entered the game less than 100%, but that did not stop the Raptors, especially Kyle. Welcome back to Mike and Mike. I'm Jen Lada alongside with you today. When you think about players who are having great seasons right now, you probably think of guys like Jake Arrieta, Steph Curry, maybe even Clayton Kershaw comes to mind. But there is someone else that should absolutely be part of that conversation. Day making the highlight reel over the weekend, however. The infamous 17th hole at Sawgrass is a star in its own right, and it made enemies and friends this past weekend. Let's start with the good. Rusnad Odor getting a clean punch to the face there of Joey Bats. It is one of the cleanest you'll ever see in a base brawl. Welcome back to Mike and Mike. I'm Jen Lada. Odor certainly taking exception to Batista's slide, but not so fast. We've seen that type.
Welcome in our NFL insider, Josina Anderson. And Hardy's been attached to those domestic violence issues, and this is a big priority for the league. In fact, Troy Vincent's been out talking with teams about this. This has been a big priority for him. What is he saying?
Well, Matt, be involved in actually educating all 32 clubs after the Ray Rice incident as well. So it's part of their deeper dive on that issue. And
this has been a big priority for the NFL. Greg Hardy, unfortunately enough for him, he is the face of this issue, at least right now, when it remains to see what team is going to pick him up. Josina back later to talk a little more NFL here on SportsCenter. We bring up the Dolphins because they bring in a new head coach, Adam Gase. Vance Joseph, now the new defensive coordinator. Josina, I want to start with you. What's the challenge for Joseph coming in and getting a team that was 28th in the league last year in total defense to adapt to his system?
Well, the guy that tells him, you need to come off the field. Good luck on that one. The kid wants to play.
How about just get in better shape?
Got Mario Williams coming in.
Yeah.
Sure.
That helps.
They spent a lot of money on Sue. He's going to have to get more productive. A guy they spent some money on this offseason, Byron Maxwell. We know that didn't work out in Philly under Chip Kelly. What do they expect?
Outside, and Maxwell fits perfectly in that scheme.
Woody, 15 seconds. Byron Maxwell, is there less pressure on him coming off a big contract playing to a new team?
I think it's
gone?
I think that's gone. I think that pressure's gone. I think we're going to see a better Byron Maxwell.
Warriors have a 70% chance to beat the Thunder. You know what that's like because you've been there before. Let's go back to the 1992 Eastern Conference Finals. You're going up against MJ. They were going for back-to-back titles. You know what it's like to be an underdog. What's the approach? What's OKC's approach if they want to go in and try to snatch this game?
Yeah, and we've had success back in the 1800s or whenever that. Well, you did poorly, and try to enhance those things, you're going to be in trouble. You just have to clean the slate and attack this basketball team and play them head on, man up and play them head on and see what happens.
Man up and play them head on.
Yeah.
Now, I know we're not into predictions, but if you had to say who would win it,
this is going to be a great matchup.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Season, BPI gives Toronto just a 31% chance of defeating Cleveland. The Cavs waited until they knew who their opponent was to start practice, to tailor practice specifically for the Toronto Raptors.
No, I'm just telling you how it is.
Are you picking the Cavs to win it all?
I want to see this series, but if they go the way they're going to be tough to beat.
All right, not bad, not bad. I'm giving you a hard time. David, I'll send it back to you in Bristol.
You know, because